Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? So, an article was sent to me by one of my very, very good friends out in California. And the emails that we were exchanging back and forth, we were both hysterical laughing. And it has to do with the fact that it is now being said that breathing is bad for the environment and is helping to kill the planet. Never mind. I can't. So apparently, every breath you take, I'll be watching you kill the planet. I'll be watching you. Stop. Stop. Hold your breath. So, in a wild twist, these people who like to scream about how they're saving the planet while they're spraying great works of art with their eco friendly paint have been killing the planet by breathing in their day to day life. They're guilty. They are guilty of breathing, but not just breathing in the spray paint that they're spray painting the buildings with. Scientists are out now with new research that says that humans that are exhaling global warming causing gas when they breathe. So are we just supposed to hold our breath? I mean, the experts have even calculated that the methane and nitrous oxide exhaled by British citizens accounts for a whopping 0.1% of the UK's greenhouse gas emissions. I got to sit here and just think about that while I breathe. Because once you factor in the farts and the burps being produced by humans, I mean, remember how it was, we were all talking about cow farts. Now it's human farts. Good Lord. Go to the bathroom. Okay. The brutal reality becomes very, very clear. We're killing the earth just by living. I said it. Okay, facts are facts. You losers who are breathing while blocking traffic on the highway and holding your signs, you're killing the planet. So it is said that the evidence of planet killing breathing is pretty clear and it should not be ignored. They would urge caution in the assumption that emissions from humans are negligible. How dare we breathe in and out all day long? How dare we have our God given right of breathing in and out all day long? How dare us? Who the hell do we think we are? Okay. Now, these people report that only emissions in breath in this study, the flattest emissions, are likely to increase these values significantly, though no literature characterizes these emissions for people in the UK. So it's only the British that are killing the planet. What about the Americans? Are we safe or not? Because they say that assuming the livestock and other wild animals also exhale emissions of N2O, there may still be a small, significant, unaccounted for source of N2O emissions in the UK, which could account for more than 1% of the national scale of emissions. And before the vegetarian, I'm not even going to speak out on vegetarians because I like vegetarians. I used to be a vegetarian and then I required meat in my diet. But these terrorists claim that it's the meat eaters, give me more bacon, who are killing the planet with their breath. Concentration enhancement of both CH4 and N2O in the breath of vegetarians and meat consumers are similar in magnitude. Based on these results, we can state, they said, that when estimating emissions from a population within the UK, diet or future diet changes are unlikely to be important when estimating emissions across the UK as a whole. You some bitches. You bastards. How dare you breathe? But there's good news. Yeah. It doesn't look like the meat eaters will be told to stop breathing just yet. Oh, good Lord. Thank you. Thank you. Let's dig into the methane producer data that was gathered. 328 breath samples collected from 104 volunteers. 31% were methane producers. Methane production went up with age. 25% of people age 30 were methane producers. 40% of a 30 plus category were methane producers. Females were more likely to be methane producers, 38% compared to males that are 25%. So what do they want to do? Kill off all the women? Methane concentrations between the two groups were similar. Now, if all of this sounds insane, because it is, you better get with the times on this methane subject, it is said, because governments from New Zealand to European countries announced this year that they would be targeting the burps and the farts coming from cows. Have we not been already through this? I'll let you in on a secret. Billy Boy, yeah, he's all about stopping the cow farts. Do you trust this man? Me neither.
One crucial part is agriculture, and one thing you said you were particularly surprised by was how great a problem bovine flatulence is. Do you want to explain what that is and why it's a problem?
Yeah, so the animals that can eat grass have very unusual stomachs that have these bacteria that are methanogenic in there, and so they leak natural gas both out the front and the back. And so people have said, well, let's change the hay or throw some things in there. And it's been, nobody knows how to get rid of
no one knows how to get cows to stop farting.
Exactly, or burping. And so there is artificial meat, but that's at a very early stage. But that's another big source of greenhouse gas emission. So, I'm just trying to make sure that the people who acknowledge the problem, which I think is fantastic, that they understand the breadth of innovation required before you can get anywhere near to what we have to do, which is zero. If it was a 50% reduction, then you could ignore, okay, leave the cows alone. But because we're trying to avoid the temperature continuing to go up, you do need to go to zero. Otherwise, you're continuing to have temperature increase.
I mean, we're also talking about cow fart taxes. We're going to start taxing the cows for their farts, okay? How much money do you think they can pay in taxes? Because the politicians say it will lead to price increases, which will lead to less meat consumption, which will lead to less cattle, which will lead to fewer farts and burps. Now, what will we do with all the blowhards that are killing the earth? How dare you breathe? And with that, I bid you adieu. Auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye. This is going to save the planet. Hold your breath and exhale, because I don't care. Okay, guys, I'll see you in the next one. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping. And as always, fear less. Ciao.